Smith is essentially white with orange trims. Andrew Sinclair alongside him is blue. Second row, Henry Eaton is black. No, not himself, his car is. And 90 alongside him, Jack Brown, is green. You say he's not lost how many of his last races? 6 of his last races he's actually won. 78 is the yellow of Chris Hutchinson alongside Matt Robinson in the essentially green car. Silver for 58 with red trims, and 42 Alistair Weaver is black and blue. Well, maybe he shouldn't have fallen down the steps last night. Red for 14 and blue for 11. I think that's as many as we're going to get. I say that blue again, it's the blue and orange colours of golf racing, isn't it? There's one at every race meeting. Got to be, yes. And of course, if you were at Le Mans in the 19... they're watching the original Gulf cars, you'll realise the colours. I think Ford GT40s, weren't they? There's an MSA rule that there has to be, I'm told, one car in almost every race has to be in Gulf colours, yeah. Again, the car on box 2 has taken up a position 1 yard behind where he's allowed to. I don't know whether that's becoming a custom practice or whether it's just a coincidence. We'll see. The cars are all in order. We're a delayed start, aren't we? That's because car 14 is being wheeled off the grid. Looks like it may have an oil leak. That's a shame. That's poor old Richard Osgoby. His car, yeah, well, I say, unfortunately, it may be, of course, it saved his engine if it was an oil leak and he didn't know about it. The scrutineer is just having a look at it, and I think the track marshals will want to know whether in fact there's a dangerous slick there as well. It could be quite awkward for people on the starting grid if there's any amount of oil there. Will he be allowed to take a pit lane start perhaps, if he can fix, if it's something simple? We think we're going to get the bonnet off the car. The guys are having a look, but we're away. 93 from second position on the grid, has taken an absolute lightning start, but I tell you what, the pole position man really boxed things up. Will Smith, and he had Jack Brown and Henry Heaton, one each side of him, going through turn 1 and into the Booker track banking. Who's it going to be coming out of it? The leader is, we think, Sinclair. Yep, he did by far make the best start, and then it's Jack Brown in second spot, isn't it? Pole position, Will Smith in third. Then is that Heaton in fourth? Heaton in fourth. Oh, they're all ganging up on second place man. Tell you what, the white car of Will Smith really made a good inside dive there, and I think he may well come out of that best of all. 3 going side by side, but no doubt about it, Andrew Sinclair was by far the cleanest starter out of that much off the grid. Have we seen the Richard Osgoby car? Has he retired? No, not fixed, so not a quick fix, so off he goes into retirement. I'm sure he will get it fixed. Up to the hairpin for the first time. It's still the blue of Andrew Sinclair, but the white of Will Smith, the green of Jack Brown chasing him. 2 by 2, 3 by 3 go around the hairpin. Yep. Is that Jack Brown in third spot? No, it's 33, Henry Eaton. Then it's 90, Jack Brown. Then the yellow of Chris Hutchinson, and 42, Alistair Weaver. Well, it's all happening first time round. That's a real mix-up from the grid positions, but it really was a cracking start by Andrew Sinclair. Whoops, 22 has gone on to the far side of the circuit. Looks like he's just... Did he just spin off and end up there? Right, okay. Oh, he was the one who ended up with the back end pushed in. 27. Will Smith going for the lead and being chased by the black of Henry Eaton. He's taken the finally, the white of pole position man William Smith managed to get right past Andrew Sinclair and hold the line into the left-hander at Rocket's Inn. Somebody's wing is on the right-hand side of the road there. I don't think too many people will worry about it. Give the marshals a bit of exercise to tidy it up after the green car that went off. He was the one that was involved in the accident earlier on in practice. Mike Evans, yes, had to straighten up the rear suspension, and it may well be it's not quite set up as it might be, so he maybe had a bit of a handling problem coming around the left-hander. Certainly there was a bit of chassis damage, not significant, and the suspension was mangled, but they were managed to get that back in order. Down we come. It's Will Smith leading. Then is that 9? No, it's 93, isn't it? Andrew Sinclair, of course it is. Then Henry Eaton. Then the yellow of Chris Hutchinson. Settling down for the moment. 30 minutes to go, so we're looking at 15-ish laps, something like that. How many did we last do on 30 minutes? 15, 16, 80. Exhaust me, isn't it? 18 on the super lights. And these are not quite as quick. So we'll 17. Oops. Is the lead? No, second place in dispute. Second place going up to Rocket. It looks like the blue of Andrew Sinclair holding off the challenge of Henry Eaton in the black car, but they were side by side going into the braking area, as are so many people in the middle order of this field, but we can't pick them out from here. William Smith is certainly beginning to pull a lead. I'm wondering what's happened to Jack Brown in car 90. Not as quick as he was right at the beginning when he was pulling up spots. A nose, oh yes, somebody's nose cone is now into the grass. Let's see that when they come round next. It's to be the one without the nose cone, I would guess. If there's only one, no indication, could well be more than one. Will that affect the cooling in the race of this length? Make it brilliant. Oh, I thought it might not actually help the ducted cooling. 27, 93, 33, 78, just as they were. Will Smith leading. There in 5th position is the man I was talking about, Jack Brown, in the green car, the winner of his last 6 races, but not making any difference. Oh, 3 side by side. 60, 62, 19. They're leading. That was Alan Osborne in 60, 62. Ben Tuck behind him. 19. Doug Christie came round the left-hander at the bus stop here, pretty much side by side. 22. Mike Evans is back on the track and going, still managing to hold it ahead of 47. Gary Wetherill. Leading cars up at Rocket. Still Will Smith in the white, but still that ding-dong for 2nd and 3rd. Andrew Sinclair for Henry Eaton. Chris Hutchinson, I think, in the yellow car, holding 4th at the moment. That was as they disappeared out of my sight. Here comes Smith in 27. Oh, the pressure on Andrew Sinclair from Henry Eaton again. Then the yellow, as we said, of 78, Chris Hutchinson. Then 90, Jack Brown. Then I think it was it Alistair Weaver next up? Notice, of course, we have at least 2 ladies, Christina Maple and Lucy Redding, in this race, and they're pretty well sorted on the grid with positions 13 and 15. Where were they on the there? 21 and 5, 14 and 15. So okay, holding position pretty much at the moment. There's car 5 without the nose cone. That's a lady. I'm not going to say anything. Nothing at all. Leader going through church on his 5th time out of 16, 17-ish, we reckon. Oh, one into the pits is Tim Dickens. They reckon he might have been involved in a bit of a start line nerf. qualifying. Oh, was he in the black car? Ah, right. Yes, his front suspension and steering thing was quite badly deranged after that. Maybe that's upset the handling of things, and he's not been able to get it absolutely spot on for the race. But best to come in, have it checked, and get it right for the next race if you're not going to be competitive in this one. 8 minutes gone, 22 minutes to go. Leaders already well on their 5th lap. I was going to say this, it's 33 in second, but 93 and 78 really are in close combat. 93 under Sinclair, Chris Hutchin in 78, the yellow car. They are really going at it. Second place man, Heaton, I have a feeling he's closing on the lead at 1.28. Is that 1.28 for this time round? But I think he closed a little bit on the last lap on him. But what a dice we've got for 3rd and 4th under Sinclair. Chris Hutchinson going down the back straight. Hutchinson will be in the slipstream in the yellow car. The blue car in front, managing to hold it. Yeah, he's probably got far enough on him. That's the first 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th, all bunched together going round into Rocket now. And they will be Weaver, Ainsko, Zaruta and Mingoya. So off we go. Still no scraps, but that scrap for 6 and onwards. Just going round Siemens onto straight. That's an enormous scrap. And as I said, that's another one later on, isn't it? There for about 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. I wish there weren't so many Caterhams. It would be a lot easier for me to commentate. I could sit down and just watch half a dozen cars go round. Here we go. No, I don't think the lead is in jeopardy as much as I did last time. And in fact, if anything, I think second place might be in jeopardy. Because 33, Henry Eaton, maybe being caught by 93 Sinclair. Sinclair has managed to shake away the challenge of 78 Chris Hutchinson, in my humble opinion. Yeah, Eaton hasn't closed up on Smith in the lead at all. Jim Brown, I think, in car 90 is going to break his run winning races unless something amazing happens. And, we're down to straight for the 7th time, and again the yellow car of Chris Hutchinson closes on the blue of Andrew Sinclair, but can't make anything of it at the moment. No, it's nothing like close enough to do any big move. Oh, there goes the scrap into... Oh, somebody's gone on the grass, I think, in the scrap for 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So I think we're going to see a change as they come round to us on that next lap for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Who knows what it will be? The yellow of Chris Hutchinson goes round Siemens, chasing Andrew Sinclair. Can't make anything of it at the moment, but the scrap behind him just as much as ever. Oh. And now I'm certain Will Smith is stretching his lead. Absolutely certain Smith. Oh, I say that. Flying into the corner comes Henry, really late on the brakes. Subject Chris Hutchinson similarly trying hard to catch 93 in front of him. He's putting in another effort in Sinclair, pulling closer. 90 Jack Brown on his own, 65 258. That's the scrap I was talking about. Tony Mingoy 65, Christian Zaruta in 2, and 58 Richard Ainsko. They are scrapping over 6th, 7th and 8th positions. Great race between them. Disappeared up the book of track ranking right now, and I'm still watching this race for 3rd and 4th. It's still 93 Sinclair from 78 Hutchinson, but look out for 65 and 7. 65 Tony Mingoya and, sorry, 2 isn't it, Christian Zaruta. They are on their way up to the complex right now, and they're side by side going through it, through Rocket. They'll be side by side on the right hand side. Was the yellow car, I think that was, is that Mingoya in the yellow? Yep, and Christian Zaruta alongside him. That yellow car is in fact the 4th place car of Chris Hutchinson coming down through Siemens. Here comes the Mingoya Zaruta battle. Oh no, Zaruta's got it. I think, yeah, I think you'll find that Christian Zaruta in car 2 has gone ahead of Tony Mingoya. Whether that stays the same go around the hairpin, of course, is anybody's guess. We'll have to see as they come back down towards us within our sight. Now the gap to the leader seems to have closed up a little bit again. What is it this time? 1.8, yeah, it was out to 2.5 seconds last time round. So Smith and Heaton beginning to trade places. Oops, whoa, twitchy there. Whoa, 6 and 58. Yes, that was a little bit close as he came round the bus stop that time round. Several cars already missing rear wings. Oh, I don't know what. They bounce back to where they come from. And again, the yellow of Chris Hutchinson going through Church down the long curling straight. Is it a straight or is it a bend? It's neither. He's closing up on Sinclair. Doesn't close up enough to come alongside him under the braking. Can't make it. Mingoya and Mingoya. Zaruta has got past Mingoya, as I suggested, to ahead of 65 in 6th and 7th positions. Powell, Ainscough and Weaver and Gore are still right there within fractions of a second in that scrap. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10th positions as they went over the line last time round. What's it going to be? The leader should surely still be Will Smith, coming down from the hairpin very shortly. Here he is, anchoring up for the bus stop, chased, as we know, by 33 Henry Eaton. Henry doesn't, I think that gap's gone out again. Then the scrap for 3rd and 4th is just as close, 93 and 78. Sinclair, Hutchinson in that order. Then Jack Brown waiting 2. Now then Zaruta, having got past Mingoya, is flying, isn't he? He's beginning to haul in Jack Brown for his spot on the track. I wonder if he can do anything about it before the end of this race. We'll have to see. We still must have half race distance to go. Just halfway. Thank you very much, Tom. 27, 33. Smith, Heaton, big lock up for somebody. And 63 was it? Yes. Lost quite a few spaces. Oh, and 22. Oh, 22. Mike Evans, having been off before and being in that problem in practice, beginning to shove his way through the field. 22. Where is he now? I thought he might be further up the field than that. He's not even in the first 20, is he? No. So not as quick as I thought. He seemed to be performing quite quickly. It may be that the locked brake there caused that difference in apparent performance. So they go back down School Straight. It looks like 22. Mike Evans has made up at least one more position, although maybe now he's just lost it again by somebody zooming past on the inside on the brakes. But of course that leads you to the outside of the circuit, and he's lost that position himself again. So another lap's about to be reeled off by 27. William Smith was 2.2 seconds last time round. It's now 2.5. But the scrap is on for 3rd, 93 and 78. Andrew Sinclair, Henry Eaton. Eaton absolutely with Sinclair, going hammer and tongs. Can't make any impression just at the moment. But in fact, the next impression he has to make is that he run alongside and overtake him. And they've disappeared into the bucket track banking. This time, Sinclair gets the better of it and comes out several car lengths ahead of Chris Hutchinson. do anything about it. He's in a good place to catch the slipstream of the blue car, which he does. Closes right up, but of course Sinclair knows he's there, plants his car, takes the racing line, doesn't even take a tight line there to avoid the outbraking of Chris Hutchinson, possibly on the inside going into Rocket. Leader coming down into Siemens onto Tom Price Straight, leading second place man Henry Eaton. Then the scrap for third, the blue of Andrew Sinclair, Chris Hutchinson, the yellow, a very lonely Jack Brown at the moment, being chased by Saruta in car number 2. Saruta having worked his way up from row 6 on the grid. Somebody else has got a nose cone adrift, an orange car coming down towards us now. Is he going to carry on racing? Yes, he is. Can he see? No. That's car 6, Nick Powell, currently running in, I suspect, 15th position. 9, thank you very much, Don. Down to almost 10 minutes, so 2/3 race distance almost gone. Fastest lap at the moment is to Zaruta, 1:39.324. Smith in the lead, 1:39.8, 39.5 at best. Nobody's done better than that. So Smith is second fastest at the moment. To go, and 2/3 race distance gone. And any predictions, guys? They're all very quiet at the back here, thinking don't like quiet in a Caterham race. It's not usual. Yes, okay. William Smith leading Henry Eaton by about 3.5 seconds now. Now Zaruta is right on the tail of Jack Brown, isn't he? Yeah, he's been the man on the move. He's the one with the fastest lap at the moment. That's the white car of Christian Zaruta, car number 2, closing on the green car number 90 of Jack Brown, who is currently running in 5th position. They're coming out of the Booker Track banking. Not far ahead of them, to be honest, is that scrap for 2nd and 3rd. So if they're going to move on, they could in fact be pushing for 3rd and 4th positions. They're side by side in 5th and 6th at the moment. Zaruta has a look at the inside of Jack Brown, decides the better of it, but then he'll be on the left hand side, going in the right hand hairpin of the 2nd bit of the Peel complex. The Rocky complex, sorry. Then up to Peel, and still the yellow car of Chris Hutchinson harries the blue of Andrew Sinclair for 3rd and 4th. Then it's Jack Brown in the green and the white of Christian Zaruta. I think Zaruta and Brown are closing in on the cars in front of them. Dom is having a look at the gaps and times, and will confirm or deny what I've just said. We'll have to see, but yeah, I'm sure of it. So 93.78 Sinclair Hutchinson, 90 and 2 Brown Zaruta, 65 is right there with them. That's Tony Mingoy. He's not been left behind once Zaruta did get past him a few laps ago. So it could well be that with the next few laps we are going to see a scrap for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th position. Certainly the 5th and 6th is definitely on. The 3rd and 4th has been there for car of Christian Zaruta down the back straight. Oh, but collects the back of Jack Brown's car as he goes, and he's looking to go on the inside, but Jack Brown outbrakes him going into Rockets in. So Brown has a battle line going through there. Scraps going on for the lower positions, which I must be honest I haven't been taking too much order of because of the amount of interest that we've got in the first 6 places. Certainly the scrap for 3rd and 4th and the scrap for 5th and 6th. 5th and 6th is getting quite close, isn't it? Zaruta is right on the tail of Jack Brown's car, and I have to say that Mingoya is not that far behind them either, is he? In the second of those bright yellow cars. Chris Hutchinson 78 being the other one. 27 Will Smith rattles off. Is that 9 laps? 10 we've got? 10? 14, no 14, coming up 15, and we've got just 5 minutes to go, did we say? 6 minutes to go. Right, so we're well on the way through this race. If anything is going to happen in the next few seconds. 58 Richard Ainscoe is next on the track, behind and chasing Tony Mingoya. 20 and 88 Dan Gore, and Nick Porlock are the next. Then there's that scrap for the middle order after Porlock, isn't it? Which is Weaver, Powell, Tuck and Sawyer. They are glued together, but I have to say for 11th position. Brown and Zaruta going up side by side. Zaruta has the inside, but Brown has generally been the later breaker. Not this time. Zaruta moves in and Brown is staying there with him. It's anybody's guess as to who's actually going to make the better of the long right-hander at Rocket and then the open right-hander at Peel. We'll have to see as they come out. It's Zaruta, yeah, no doubt about it, got the better of Jack Brown. Now he's got about 5 minutes to chase down 3rd and 4th position and Sinclair and Hutchinson. Great drive from Zaruta, who was 12th on the grid on row 6. So hard work, diligence, working his way up through the field. It looks to me like, oh yes, they are definitely closing on 3rd and 4th men. 93.78 Sinclair, Hutchinson 2.90. Zaruta and Brown 4 minutes 40. So with 3 laps left, something like that. Yep, 3 complete laps left for Zaruta to haul in Hutchinson and Sinclair. Can he do it? We ask ourselves. We rather have the feeling that the leading pair, 27 Will Smith and 33 Henry Nah, settled for the moment, but Zaruta pulling away from Jack Brown now. And what's the gap between Hutchinson and Zaruta? 1.45 seconds last time round. We'll have to see what that's going to be on the next time round. The next time round will be the penultimate. We think interesting. We don't know whether it will be the penultimate lap or not. We'll have to see. Depends on a few minutes. So the 2nd and 3rd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th coming through. Siemens back onto the top Tom Price straight with that order just the same as before, but the gap doesn't seem to have closed that much between Chris Hutchinson in the yellow car and Christian Zaruta working his way up in the white car just ahead, number 2 just ahead of Jack Brown, number 90 down into the braking area for bus stop for 2nd, 3rd, oh yes he is 3rd, 4th and 5th. Was 1.4 last time round. Hutchinson to Zaruta, yeah, 0.7, he's halved that gap. Yeah, he's got even closer, hasn't he, going round turn 1 and into the Booker Track banking. So Zaruta's the man on the move and he's hauling Jack Brown with him. Not the last lap, how long have we got left? 2 minutes. At least a couple of laps to go, yes. So this one and 2 more maybe. No, this one and and two more. Yeah. Okay, down the back straight, the white car of Christian Zaruta closes right on the tail of 78, Chris Hutchinson, the yellow car. He's not going to make it this time in the braking area, but I tell you what, he's a definite threat for Chris Hutchinson's fourth spot at the moment. And if he's a threat for that, then he's a threat for Andrew Sinclair's third spot as well. Anything could happen. The leader comes down into Siemens. He's chased by second place bound 33, Henry Eaton. No doubt about that. We're looking up to the hairpin, seeing these back markers coming past us now. Yep, they are. Oh, we're getting a last lap board out, aren't we? That's a bit earlier than we thought, isn't it? We'd hoped there'd be another one, but we got to go. Oh yeah, only 1 minute 45 to go now, so yeah, the last just off, making an extra lap. 27 goes on to his last lap. 33, Will Smith and Henry Eaton, and here Gary, oh, he's done it. Zaruta is ahead of Hutchinson into third spot. Can he make into fourth spot? Can he make Andrew Sinclair and take third spot and a podium from 12th position on the grid? That would be some drive. They're up to the track ranking. 88 having their own private duel. Now then, no, in fact, if anything, he's dropped behind. Maybe he didn't get the book of track ranking quite right. The white of Christian Zaruta not as close to the tail of Andrew Sinclair, I would have thought. And in fact, this time Chris Hutchinson's having to go to take the place back from him, going up to Rocket. Can't quite get in touch with it, but was having a good go. He was well within a car's length of the tail end of Christian Zaruta's car. The leader for his last time coming around into Siemens onto the Tom Price straight, chased by second place bound 33 Henry Eaton. Third is Andrew Sinclair, chased by the white of Christian Zaruta, going up to the hairpin. Zaruta's too far, I'm sure, to do anything real about Andrew Sinclair's third spot. He'd have to do something absolutely magical in these last two corners, the hairpin and the bus stop. Here comes the leader, looking to take the checkered flag. William Smith, checkered flag out, and takes the checkered flag. William Smith, no doubt about that one. Hang on, have I missed the second place man? 93-278. Did I miss 33 Henry? Oh, I was looking the other direction. Thank you for that. Great drive by Zaruta, but not able to take Andrew Sinclair's third spot from him. Zaruta fourth, Hutchinson, Brown, Mingoya, Insco, they've all taken the checkered flag. Portlock, Powell, Tuck and Weaver in that order. That's that scrap that's been going on all the race distance. Then Sawyer, McDonough, Redding and Maple, they similarly have been in close order